Hi guys, this is Crowded Tea, and we are back on Earth SMP for season 2. You know, one of the reasons why I haven't made any videos is because they have gone through so many rough changes. Let me tell you, the whole beginning of Earth was complete and utter chaos. And they have added things and they have changed things since then. And so I got real hesitant to make videos for a while because, first off, I need to learn how to do things. I need to learn where things are. But secondly, I'm like, okay, I got the hang of it. And then they would change it. And I'm like, well, I gotta make a video about it because I have no idea what's going on now, right? So I think things have kind of leveled off. It's been a couple of months. And I really love telling you guys, about Earth and what kind of things we have on Earth. So, one of the things that I want to tell you about is orbits. And give me one moment. I am not totally prepared for this. Where's my list? Okay, great. I do have a little bit of a list about orbits, about what I'm going to cover in this video in my Discord. So, if you want all kinds of helpful hints and tips and tricks and places to go without having to watch a video because you're a very visual person and you want to read it, I do try to put those in my Discord. So, what I wanted to talk to you today about was Orbit. Orbit is Mineville's premium currency. Yeah, we didn't have to use the word premium, okay? So this is like money, but it's like Mineville money. So if you look over on my scoreboard, you have both money and orbits, and they could both be used kind of interchangeably as currency. So why would you want orbits? Let me give you a quick example. As you see, currently I am on Earth. I have, what do I have? I have 221.5 orbits. Okay. I am going to quit this. I am going to go into Mega SMP, which is another one of InPvP's servers that does orbits. Okay. Eventually, orbits are going to be cross-game mode compatible with One Block, Prison, Earth, Mega SMP. I want to say Grow a Farm, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. Grow a Farm's a whole different animal compared to most of these other game modes. Okay, so here I am on Mega SMP, another InPvP server. If you look over at my scoreboard, you can see I still have 221.5 orbits. I do not personally play Mega. If I happen to pop over here on Omega for some staff thing, I will claim my kits, claim my dailies, and slowly rack up some money. So as you can see, and that's all that is. I don't run auctions. I haven't really played this game mode at all. But here's the advantage of Orbits. I can play my primary game mode, my main game mode, Earth, and I can pop over to Mega. If I decided I wanted to try Mega out and I had a whole bunch of orbits, I can go over to Mega and I can have a halfway decent start and use my orbits to purchase gear and things of that nature without having to start 100% totally from scratch. It is also nice if I wanted to trade vault items and stuff with other game modes. So that is the big advantage with Orbits, is that it goes back and forth between the game modes. One Block and Prison have not had the updates yet to include Orbits, but they will. Pop back on over here to spawn. So the big question is, we want to get Orbits. How do we get Orbits? Okay, so I got me a list. I told you there was a list in my Discord. Okay. So one of the ways to get orbits is buying bundles, not in your daily. I don't think they're in my daily. Let me take a look. Pretty sure they're not. They are not. No orbits in the free daily bundle. Okay, we have a luxury bundle. It does cost mine coins to get it. There are other ways to get it. So let's take a preview at the luxury bundle. In the luxury bundle, we can get 35 orbits, or we can get 60 orbits. Let's see. Overlord bundle. This is our limited edition monthly bundle. It changes every month. This month is the Overlord. So if you come back in like 3 months and it's something completely different, yeah, that's the way this bundle works. So let's smack this guy. Why can I not hit you? Okay. And we are going to preview in here. What do you give me? If I was to get orbits out of this bundle, I can get 90 or 125. Okay, we're going to talk a little bit about the new bundle system in a different video, I think. But this video is, how am I going to get my orbits? Alrighty. And in the Eternal bundle, 70 orbits or 120 orbits. Now, that's from the bundles. You can buy those. There's other ways to get those kind of bundles. Where else can I get orbits? I can get orbits if I'm like super, super cool and good by being top city. The top 5 cities every month will get orbits. And this list resets every month. So unlike last season where you would have that one city that got top city and then they managed to hold it because nobody else can dump that kind of money in, this will reset every month. So that is nice. It gives kind of the lower players a little bit more of a chance. It would be a long grind. I have to be very patient. But if I wanted to continually save my money and work it up, then, at some point I could probably dump all of my money into city levels in a certain month when I felt that I was ready and try to get orbits there. We also have over here, we have the ranked city wars. We can now put our cities at war. I really don't want to do that. I'm not sure how I'm going to show you guys how to do that because I don't want to do that. But the top 5 War Masters can also get orbits in that leaderboard. Where else? Where else? We have, let's take a look at the auction house. If I have items, I can put them up for auction. Watch me not find, oh, here we go, here we go. Okay, so these green ones here are auctions that are for money, but these purple ones here are for orbits. So for example, this mace is selling for 90 orbits, demigod shovels 5, demigod leggings 5. Okay, 100 orbits for double strike. So if you have certain items, you could put them on the auction house for orbits. That's one way to get orbits. There is pizzas giveaways, which I can't show you because we're not doing a giveaway right now. But Pizza will have a giveaway, and he will announce it in the Discord. And in his giveaways, he will give away free rank, he will give away money, he will give away bundles, and he will give away orbits. So you can get some orbits that way. Let's see, you could pay a player. So if I did, will that open me a screen? Yes, it will. Okay, so enter my player name, enter the amount, and then here I can select money or orbits. So if I want to give my best friend 20 orbits, I can do that and then submit. I should also mention if you auction things off on the auction house, it's taxed. I don't remember what the tax is. That's how I ended up with half an orbit. So when you auction something for, say, like 5 orbits, you're going to get a little less than 5. I want to say it's 4.7. Could totally be wrong with that number. Let's see. There are giveaways. We can pop over here to a giveaway. These are player-run orbit giveaways. Okay, you can create a giveaway if you have some orbits you would like to give away. And then you can view giveaways. There's nobody running a giveaway right now. Oh, can't show you. But if there was, there would be a list. And what the giveaways are is they're essentially kind of like a drawing. And it tells you how many people have entered the drawing and it has a timer on it. So at the end of the timer, it will pick from the players who entered it and you can win Orbits. And let me just pop back there really quick. So as you can see, like the 24-hour guy has given away 1,000 Orbits. Liam gave away 1,000 Orbits, and I can tell you, my teammate won that 1,000 Orbits off of Liam. And LA Cash King has also done a giveaway for 420 Orbits. So there's those. Okay, and then let's pop on over back to tea time. You're going to have to forgive my mess. I tell you, oh my gosh, I hate it when I teleport and it doesn't always happen. It's like randomly we're gonna shut your fly off. Thanks. Yep, this place is kind of a mess. We have totally changed our mind. We're going a different direction and building different things and taking down stuff that we had. Okay. Somebody threw me dirt. Okay. So one of the other ways that you can get orbits is with a chest shop. So I'm going to take my random piece of dirt here and we're going to make a chest shop. Create a chest shop. Make a chest shop of dirt. Yeah, one is wonderful. Or actually I could set it for whatever I want. 25. 25 orbits. Okay. Submit. And then there you see up there it says price 25 OB. OB is in purple. Okay, and then somebody can come along and buy my dirt for 25 orbits. I'm just going to delete that shop. So yeah, you could set up your shops. See, like I got my shops. I'm gonna have to do a video on how to set up shops. But see how like I have shops over here? I could set it for money or I can set it for orbits. Okay, so what else? One of the things the players do around here is, where do I want to go? This is another way that you can get orbits, and this is kind of a more hands-off-ish kind of way, so the player doesn't necessarily have to be online, is I am here at O Shop. This place is run by 67 Even 11, who is also one of the staff members, but it can be run by a player. You don't have to be a staff to do this. Just this particular shop is. Okay, so buying orbits, purchase your tokens here. So you would come here, you would purchase the N6000 orbit token for 45K. Then you sell the token here to get your orbits, and you would sell it here to get orbits. If you have any issues, message 67 Even 11. Okay, and so I saw this question come up from a couple of players, so I'm just going to bring it up. If you buy this and it says Orbit on it, it's not necessarily a scam. You gotta be very careful. Be sure to look around, okay? Because I'm not gonna say that players never scam. They do on this server, and so you gotta do your due diligence. Look around, follow the directions, okay? So you're giving him money. You're going to give him 45K. The gold nugget is just a in between. And then you're turning around and you're selling it and you're depleting his orbits. Okay. That's how that works. Now, then you can also come over here if you have orbits and you can buy a gold nugget, another token, and then you can come over here and you can sell that token back to him for money. So he's doing both things. He's buying and selling orbits here. But that's another way to get orbits. Okay, something I did not mention in this video is what are you going to do with all these orbits? I mean, I know I talked about in the beginning how it's cross-game mode compatible and you can take it over to other game modes, but that is not necessarily the only thing that you can do with orbits. That is just the bigger advantage of orbits over money. And I am going to talk about what to do with the orbits in another video because I get real hesitant to make these like too long. I just wanted to give you a rundown on orbits, where you get them from, or how to get them, because a lot of players want them. I hope you are enjoying my videos. I am so sorry. I've been away for way too long. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay. I am going to post my Discord in the description. If you choose to join us, you are more than welcome to. Oh, I gotta say that I hope that was a bolt. I gotta say I am not super happy with the biome they chose Spawn to be in. I'll show you one of the reasons. That was hard. Get up the thing. Look at how murky the water is. If that's not crazy, that is like icky. I want to say I think we're like either in like a swamp or a pale oak or something like that, but Spawn is not in a pretty biome. We need beautiful blue water. It's always so overcast here. Okay. Anyway, they put Spawn in a murky place. That's about orbits. Hope you enjoy the video. Bye.